Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Wednesday, the 9th of December. This is our daily recap. It's been quite the day here in the markets, guys. And this market gave a lot of different types of trades today. But the number one thing you need to realize and recognize is that the market has changed character today. And, the change of character was very quick and very subtle. When you look at the market this morning, and I started calling it out pretty quick, you had a gap up, you had an all-time high in on the SPY, and you just immediately started pulling. But instead of getting those bounces here, we started getting failing. We just kept rolling over, making a series of lower highs. We did the same thing on the Qs, right? Look at this big drop on the Qs, and even the IWM here came in. One of the things we talked about this morning was that the VIX, this is pre-market, was in that trouble area, this 20 zone where it always wants to pop off of. Sure enough, we got a bounce today. Was there any specific news for what happened here today? Not really. Honest answer. There is a lack of progress on stimulus again. That could be the culprit. Or it could just be that, guys, we were just a little overdue at this point. And what I mean by that is, this market, if you look at what's going on, since the very first days in November, right? It's been up to the races, and we've held the 8 day, and here we are on it for the first time now since we haven't touched it since back here on the 30th of November. Is it game over? I don't think so. Could we get some more weakness from this? Yeah, we could definitely. You have a 3% correction is down here around just under 360, and a 5%, I'm sorry, pullback, and a 5% pullback is around 350, 250. We'll see where this wants to play out. We have room right now for the market to give a little yank. You have a little bit of a gap left to fill down here to the 363 area, and here's your 21 day. And we'll play the action, see what happens. One thing also is volume is up higher today. You'll see the volume here on the SPY already 46 million shares. It's about 320. I'm doing this earlier than normal. I have to run out the door in 10 minutes. But the market here just giving some of the gains back. So, what was there to do today? Well, for what it is, every morning we do setups and we look for what's in play. And, Roku gave a trade. I made a trade on it. Some others did. You had a gap up on another big price target increase, and that opening 5 minute candle, right? It gave a nice trade here, nice hop and trade from 323 up to 328. Now I only made a couple hundred on because I don't want to be sitting in 1,000 shares of this anymore. But it gave a trade, and now it's come back in, and you have a nasty little reversal candle developing on here. What else gave trades today? Square, we talked about that pre-market. It was set if it took out 215. Boom, opening candle out, and then it gave a nice trade at 220. The thing is, you just can't sit in these anymore, right? And you look on the daily candle, you have kind of a little ugly candle developing here. You have a topping candle and a reversal candle enveloping the range. I made money also, nice money on Facebook today. How? I grabbed it early. Again, took out the open, grabbed it, made nice money on it, got out, and now it's come down. Then we had the FCC news and the lawsuit of 47 states, and it's coming off. We've known about that forever. There's nothing new here. But Facebook went all the way through the 50 day before it found a thing. Notice up here, there was flow on that. Apple this morning gave a trade again before it rolled over. Apple, ugly candle on the daily, new range high, engulfed the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 candles. But took out the opening 5 minute candle, gave a quick trade. Ton of people played Rocket. I made a little bit of money on Rocket today. Rocket flow all over it. What was different about Rocket today? It gapped up, came up, dipped hard with the markets, and then all of a sudden it shot up. They were all over the week, December 22 and 25 calls. Put a high in here. CNBC did their halftime pump of it here, and it's holding in well. Now, this name doesn't trade well, but it's clearing some areas, and if it can get back above, some of these areas, it might run. Look how tight the Bollinger Bands are. What else was in play today, guys? What else was people out there trading? Some people in the room shorted Tesla today. Tesla, weak right from the opening 5 minute candle. Never a reason to be long it. All right, Boeing today was one of the names we were on watch for long. Why? Because they got a nice big price target increase. So we were watching. You can see it gapped up. What happened? Opening 5 minute candle, never cleared, never gave a reason to be anything. If anything today, it was a short. Bottom line is you go looking around charts tonight, there's some damage here, right? There's some definite damage here. Names like Boeing, all the way back here now onto the 8 day. Tesla had sliced through it. Just took it back. AMD, AMD, which had been strong, right? Right through the 8 day, lost that area of support. Nvidia sliced right through it as well, right through the 8 day, right through the 50 day, right through the 21 day, right through the up channel, right? Nasty little action. Zoom got a downgrade this morning, lost the 100 day, not a great sign for it. Uber gave a trade today. Uber, new all-time highs before yanking off here. Ton of activity the last few sessions in the January 55 calls. Be interesting to see how many of those hold up going into tomorrow. But bottom line is a lot of little damage was done here. Names like GS have held in today. Look at this. GS has barely budged this afternoon. Despite all the selling, GS isn't going anywhere. You have energy showing some strength today until we had that crude report out, and then it got rocked. And the market's basically saying it's throwing a little tantrum here. Maybe it's run too fast. Maybe it's trying to get some of the speculators out of the market. What else? Oh, DraftKings. We had the news that New York State is going to is about to legalize online gambling, and you had a huge pop in DraftKings. Now, this one I'm a little mad at because I tried to grab 1,000 shares and only filled on 10 of it, but I didn't chase, so that's that. But you got a nice move, and it gave it all back, and that's really what's going on. And if you want to sit in things in this market, you got to think, you got to have time. Otherwise, you got to get in and out and look to get back in when things break down. So we'll see where we go from here, right? Market's showing some weakness, saying, I'm a little tired here. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. So what do we do as traders? We get out of the way. The most important thing you can do on a day like today is get yourself out of the way, make sure you're safe, and then you think about shorting if you want to. For me, I'm not quite ready to start shorting this market yet. Facebook weekly 270 puts here because I think it's still too strong. That said, tomorrow I'll play the action. I'll take trades the other way if we need to. I can be an equal opportunity player. I'm not the best short in the world, but I'll play with some of the things that I like to play with, like the SQQQ or the VXX. So everybody, I hope you're doing well and you have a fabulous night. Tomorrow's a new day. Do we overdue for some of this action? Hopefully you guys got out of the way. I started sending warning emails this morning before 10:30. I'm sorry, Twitter's messages before 10:30, and hopefully you guys got out of harm's way and you're all in good shape. Catch you guys in the morning. Everybody have a good night.